Are you thinking of escaping the chaos of the concrete jungle for greener, quieter, and let's be honest, more affordable living? Well, today we're going to take you on a tour of 3 homes here in Niagara Falls at 3 different price points in around $500,000, another one between $700,000 and $800,000, and one over $1 million to give you an idea of what you can buy here in Niagara Falls for that kind of money. Not only are we going to do that, we're going to compare those with some houses of the same price point that you can get in Toronto and the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, so that you can get a great idea of what the same houses in Toronto are selling for and purchasing for here in Niagara Falls. If this is your first time stopping by our Living in Niagara channel, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by. We really hope that you enjoy what you see, you find it informative, educational, and even entertaining. And if you do, we really appreciate if you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you can be the very first people to hear of anything happening in the Niagara region. I am Scott White, the face and voice of our Living in Niagara with Ellen and Scott team at Revel Realty. Ellen and I are local real estate agents who absolutely love the Niagara region. I was born and raised in Port Colborne, and we live here and love it very much. Between my wife and I, Ellen and I, we have over 17 years experience in real estate, and we are so excited to be able to share with you our love and passion for this fantastic area, the Niagara region. And today we're going to spend our time in Niagara Falls. So if you have been thinking about ditching the busyness and craziness of the big city, Toronto, or anywhere else in Canada, if you are thinking of moving here to Ontario or Canada and trying to find that place that gives you that perfect work-life balance, Niagara Falls may simply be the place you want to move to. So, as we jump into my car and head over to our very first house, listed at $529,900, let's take a look at some houses that you can find for the exact same price or more in the Toronto area. Like this 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square foot condo apartment in Toronto, listed at $524,000. Now, it does have a 1-space underground parking spot for your car and even a 20-foot by 4-foot balcony, so you can get your piece of fresh air. Well, I guess that's a loose term I'm using, fresh air, when I'm talking about downtown Toronto, no? Or how about this 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,200 square foot condo apartment on the 2nd floor of this high-rise building, also giving you underground parking and even a locker. This one is in the Mississauga area, and check out this big bay window so you can see the outdoors because you won't have a yard in this particular property. So that's 2 houses in the Toronto area in around the $529,000 mark. Let's see what you can get for that amount of money here in Niagara Falls. So let's go inside and see what this house has to offer. It is 1,040 square foot of living space on the main floor, not including the basement. 3-bedroom, 1-bath bungalow. As I said, the listing price is $529,900 as of today. So let's see what that can get you here in Niagara Falls. As soon as you walk in the door, as you can see, you step into this nice expanse of a living room. Beautiful bay windows providing natural light. Right off the living room is the kitchen. Again, great natural lighting. The house itself was built in 1967. It has received some upgrades. The cupboards are still in good shape. Stainless steel appliances, new lighting, new floorings. Original hardwood floors, and here beautiful updated 4-piece bathroom. And here are the 3 bedrooms. Typical of a home built in 1967. Some wear and tear on the flooring, but as I said, this is natural hardwood flooring. a little bit of sanding and refinishing, and these floors would look fantastic. Bedroom number 2. And across the hall, we just push this door open, and here we have bedroom number 3. With windows looking out to the back door. A side entrance gives you the opportunity of creating an in-law suite, or if you get approval from the city, a legal apartment in the basement. The current owner here began doing renovations in the basement, but as you can see, they were unable to finish those for personal reasons. But it's a great space here in the basement, which would almost double your living space from 1,040 to about 2,000 square feet. And Niagara Falls, like most townships and cities here in Niagara, do provide some incentives for creating a secondary unit, whether it's in the basement of your house or in the backyard. The lot size of this house is 40 by 80 square feet, so it doesn't really give you an opportunity to create a garden suite. We have a single car garage, detached, coming into the backyard. Some green space, garden area, and the back of the house. So this is what $529,900 gets you here in Niagara Falls as an example. So that sums up this home tour for a house around $500,000, I should say. This neighborhood, again, is a great neighborhood, really close to Fireman's Park, which is a pretty well-known park here in Niagara Falls. Lots of things to do. They have festivals and activities that go on there quite often. So compare this to what the largest cities are offering us for the same amount of money. You can see the value of moving here to Niagara Falls or anywhere in Niagara, where you can get homes under even $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 and up. We're gonna go and tour a couple houses over $500,000, but I just wanted to start off with our tour, looking at homes here at this house here. And like many communities in and around Ontario, especially here in Niagara, with the home shortages that we're having, there's a lot of incentives to homeowners like yourself, if you purchase this house here or another house, to get grants or low income loans or forgivable loans from different municipalities. Niagara Falls doesn't offer any forgivable loans or grants, but they do offer to waive all municipal fees and development fees if you choose to create a secondary dwelling, garden suite, outside or even inside in your basement. There are also a lot of different other incentives that Niagara itself offers. Niagara Renovates offers up $25,000 plus $5,000 low interest rate loan for anyone doing the same thing. January of 2025, federal government is offering up to $80,000 low interest rate, very low interest rate for anyone who wants to create a secondary unit. Other cities in the Niagara region are offering $40,000, $80,000 grants or forgivable loans or other incentives to help yourself or others like you who want to put in a secondary unit in their home in these municipalities or cities to help alleviate home shortage. If you want more information and learn more about that stuff, please do not hesitate to shoot us, Ellen and myself, an email, a text, or even a phone call, and we can answer all of those questions for you, send you in direction to get all those answers if we can't answer them for you, and help you in any way, shape, or form we can to make your move to the Niagara region, whether it's here in Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, Thorold, Port Colborne, Welland, Wainsey, wherever it happens to be, even Grimsby, here in the Niagara region, as smooth as possible. So with no further ado on this house, let's leave this house, jump into the car, and we'll look at some listings in the Toronto GTA area as we head over to our next home tour. So what do you think of that home? Great location, great yard. You don't get that kind of a yard for $500,000 in Toronto, that's for sure, any of the concrete jungles around here. But now we're gonna head over to our second home that we're going to tour, and that is listed at $1,149,900. Let's take a look at some Toronto properties that are about the same price. Actually, the houses that I picked out are more than $149,900, just so that we can get a really good idea of what you cannot get in Toronto compared to Niagara Falls at this price. For example, this 2-bedroom 2-bath apartment condo on the 23rd floor of this high-rise building, and it comes complete with 1 parking spot, underground parking space, and even a locker. And trust me, you're going to need that locker in order to store the stuff that you will not be able to fit into your 900 square foot living space. You heard me right, 900 square foot living space. You get all this for what? $1,199,900 in downtown Toronto. Now don't get me wrong, this place also offers you 2 large balconies you can take a look at here in Mississauga. This house is listed for $1,179,900 in Mississauga. This 2-bedroom plus a den and 2-bath townhouse with 1,600 square feet of living space. Far bigger, better cry than 900 square feet. And it gives you a yard, a lot size of 16 by 89 square feet. So you do have a bit of green space. So this isn't that bad of a spot here in Mississauga. But before we get all excited about this place, let's see what the same amount of money, actually less money, can get you here in Niagara Falls. Welcome. You've heard what you can get, and you know what you can get in a GTA for around $1.1 million, $1.2 million. Let me give you a tour of this house here in Niagara Falls to see what you can get for the same amount of money as you can get there. You've heard me talk about it all the time. Now, let's go check it out. Come on in. First of all, I want you to get a glimpse of this beautiful entryway. You can even hear my echo, can't you? Into this great expanse of a open concept living room and kitchen. Look at the chandeliers and the lighting. Isn't that gorgeous? And have you ever seen a fridge that size? Gas, stove, microwave, dishwasher, and a gas fireplace. This house, with almost 1,300 square feet of ground main level living space, complete with this bathroom, full 3-piece bathroom, beautiful shower, and over here is entrance to the garage, a full double car garage. And as we go upstairs, up here on the 2nd floor, we have 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and another 1,200 square feet of living space. Bedroom number 2, nice size bedrooms, beautiful bathroom, nice ceramic walls, and right across from the bathroom is your 2nd floor laundry facilities. Bedroom number 3, and then we come into the primary suite. Huge bedroom, easy taking care of a king-size bed, full glass shower, gold-plated finishes, and a beautiful soaker tub with double sink and privacy toilet bowl. Coming in a side entrance, we can go straight down. We can go right down to the finished basement, that is. Built in 2023, this has 200 amp service, brand new type like finishes. Before we get into showing the rest of the house, here is the high efficiency furnace with a tankless water here and another washer and dryer, another laundry room for your tenant if you so wish to augment your income down here. The basement bathroom, again, gold finishes, 4-piece bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. Fair size, nice bedrooms with egress windows, with a complete 2-bedroom apartment here in the basement. So that's what $1,149,000 can afford you here in Niagara Falls. A far cry from the 900 square foot condo in downtown Toronto, and even the 3-bedroom townhouse in Mississauga. Gives you a lot more green space, a lot more backyard, and beautiful, beautiful finishes in a full detached home. So our next house we're going to take a look at is, again, still here in Niagara Falls, listed at $749,900 And before we tour that home, let's do the same thing. Let's take a look at what we can get in Toronto for the same price. In downtown Toronto, we can get this 1 bed plus den, 1 bath, 550 foot condo apartment for only $749,900. And this one doesn't even come with a parking space or a locker. But that's downtown Toronto. Let's jump over to Burlington and see what Burlington can offer us. You can get this 3 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,200 square foot condo townhouse in this quad building in Burlington for $749,900. This is a beautifully modern, finished home with brand new kitchen, complete with a 10x3 balcony so you can enjoy the outdoors. And also, it does have a garage and parking space and a community park right next door. That's what Burlington can offer you at this price point. Let's see what Niagara Falls can offer you for the same amount of money. So here we are in the Stamford area of Niagara Falls. And before we go take a inside tour of this house here, I thought I'd show you around the neighborhood a little bit first. As you can see, it's a fairly established neighborhood. Homes here are 40, 50 years of age. There are some newer homes being constructed even as I speak. A lot of the homes in this area have been updated, as the home is that we're about to go and see and take a look at. More geared towards family and older homes here. We are really close to Thoroldstone Road, which is a main thoroughfare, runs east and west from Niagara Falls to Thorold to St. Catharines. Also, really close to the QEW. The nice thing about that is you can get almost anywhere very quickly from this particular neighborhood here in Niagara Falls. So now let's go in and take a look at this particular house. This is an 1,100 square foot side split with the lower portion of the side split finished as well, giving you 2,200 square feet of living space. The basement itself is not finished, which can extend your living space if you so desire. The lot size here is 75 by 150 square feet. Did you get that? 75 by 150 square feet. And you know what the price is? It is, oh, I can't tell you that quite yet. Let's wait to the very end to get that good tidbit of information. So let's go inside and take a look at it. So the house itself is an 1,100 square foot side split. As soon as we walk into the door, we come into the entranceway. You can see the kitchen at the end there, and over here would be your living room. The windows are within 10 to 15 years of age, as is the roof. Newer hardwood floors, can you see that? And the kitchen has been completely remodeled. Beautiful little island. And the 2 other bedrooms, spacious bedrooms, do not allow those baseboard type heaters alarm you, thinking that this is an electric heat in this house. This is, as I said, an older home, and the heating system is a boiler system. So it runs in hot water, running through the pipes, heating up the rads, and giving nice heat in the house. This is the lower level of the side split. Huge, spacious room with a wood fireplace. As you can see up there, access to the kitchen. And then we come downstairs here to the unfinished part of the basement. Laundry tub, and bonus 3-piece bathroom. Laundry tub, and this is where the washer and dryer would go. And here is our boiler system that heats up the water, sends it to the pipes, and keeps the house at a very nice warm temperature. Behind these doors, the electrical panel, and then some more storage here for your cold cellar. Very typical of a home built in this era, in around 1950. Coming up from the lower level in the basement, just off the kitchen, is a back door into this massive backyard. Can you imagine what you could do with a backyard this size? And this is one of the big drawing cards for the Niagara region, especially here in Niagara Falls that we're touring today, is the lot sizes that you get with your home. The space to sprawl out, to put a pool back here if you want, and have your friends and family over. So I thought we'd finish off this house tour in this awesome backyard space. Sum it all up and give you the price. As I said earlier, the lot size is 75 feet by 150 square feet. The house itself is an 1,100 square foot side split with the lower part finished on the side split, gives you about 2,200 square feet of living space and space to finish off in the basement as well if you wanted to do that. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathroom home with a single car garage, a large double driveway giving you ample space to park 5 or more cars on a very quiet street, but really great location, close to all the amenities of Niagara Falls, Thornstone Road and QEW, so that you can access places really easily and really quickly. And even though you're that close to these major thoroughfares, you're still in peace and quiet. You can get all of this for only an asking price of, get this, right, $749,900, asking to get this great home in this fantastic lot here in Niagara Falls. So if you're thinking of making a move to Niagara region, Niagara Falls in particular, this house may be one that you want to consider. So that concludes our house tours for this video today. But before we close everything up, I promised you that if you stayed to the very end, I was going to share with you a really nice famous location here for great treats in Niagara Falls, coffee, tea, and some treats. So let's pack up here and I'll meet you over there. Get your coffee, hot chocolate, or tea ready, and we'll sum up today's video in just a brief second. So here I am out in front of the Paris Café, a great little spot here in Niagara Falls, right here on Queen Street. Queen Street is a revitalized street made in the past 10 years, has really grown and become a great little spot, a great hangout for great bistros, great activities, right next to an axe throwing and escape room. But this particular bistro is, as you can tell by the name, a French style bistro. A great cup of coffee, tea, and if you want, crepes or other goodies like that. So I'm gonna go inside, sit down and review and conclude today's video. So come inside with me to the Paris Café, a cute little restaurant here on Queen Street in Niagara Falls. And check out this menu. Can you see that? It's in French, giving you a real feel that you're in Paris right here in Niagara Falls. So I've ordered for myself a Niagara Falls crepe, and that is filled with all peaches and blueberries and strawberries, and a chai latte. Oh wow. That is the best chai latte I have ever had. If you end up living here, I'm sure this is going to be a regular place you're going to come and enjoy. So let's wrap up our video today. We saw 3 different houses here in Niagara Falls, one at $529,900, one at $749,900, and one at $1,150,000. All of the houses had 3 bedrooms. Some of them had 2 or more bathrooms, finished basements, and of course, yard space. Something that you're not going to get in any of the larger cities here in Ontario, or for in those price points. Maybe in areas over $1 million, you'll be able to get some yard space, but the amount of yard space, the amount of lot space that you can get here is much bigger than anything in the city. Housing here is more affordable. So hopefully, as you see all these things, it gives you a much better idea of what you can get here in Niagara Falls. So that'll give you a really good idea whether you want to continue to look in this area or not. And if you're looking at making a move down here anytime soon, whether it be 9 days or 90 days, please shoot us a text, an email, or give us a call on the phone, and Ellen and I will be here to help make this transition as smooth as possible. Oh wow, that looks delicious.
Yes, enjoy.
Well, that looks fantastic. Look at this crate, eh? Wow, I can't wait to get into this. So I'm gonna wrap this up real quick and say goodbye. Look forward to seeing you all on our next video. Ciao.